Thursday as I'm going live every Tuesday and every Thursday, depending on which group you're watching this in, or possibly you're just watching the rewatch, the replay, which I'm honored to have you watching this. But the topic today is something that I feel a little bit moved to talk about, and I'm kind of going that direction for some of my content coming up in Udemy as well. But are you putting your needs last? I think a lot of us are guilty of doing that. As we get older, hopefully, we learn to know why we shouldn't put our needs last and make a shift where there's a little bit more balance in our lives. So let's go ahead and begin. Are you the person that is pleasing everyone else? Are you a people pleaser, or are you a recovering people pleaser? Raise your hand. That would be me. Oftentimes, the people that are people pleasers or carers or rescuers are going to have jobs such as therapists, nurses, doctors, personal trainers, people that are on the go and fixing and helping lots of people. Oftentimes they're not eating regularly, they're not hydrating, they're working long hours, doing double shifts, they're volunteering to cover other people's shifts because, again, they're people pleasing. They're afraid of being rejected and they desire that connection with others. And again, people pleasing, putting everybody else's needs first. It always amazes me when I see doctors and nurses that are doing amazing and incredible in their career, but they're just running ragged and they're not taking care of themselves. Maybe sleeping 3 or 4 hours, again, not eating well, not hydrating, not taking care of their body, and truthfully, they're just running themselves into the ground and eventually ends up being burnout. But it is shortening your lifespan, right? You're not taking care of your body. You're eating out of a vending machine. You're not planning your food. You're not moving appropriately. Yeah, you might have 10, 12, 20,000 steps in a day, but is it really optimal? Are you getting exercise? Do you feel good? Are you happy? Here's a quote by Dodinsky, might not be pronouncing that right, but be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. I love that quote. I thought I would bring that front and center before we get too deep here. Many struggle with the idea of putting ourselves first because of the way we were raised, of maybe the things that we were said or things that were said to us when we were young. Putting others first might be considered selfish or self-centered or not nice. So we end up ignoring our own needs is what that ends up being because we're afraid of rejection. We're afraid of hurting other people's feelings. So who is the most important person in your life? This is a question that should reveal if you are a people pleaser, if you are fitting into this category of putting other people's needs first. The most important person in your life is you. It's you, no one else but you. Remember that. Taking care of ourselves first strengthens us, gives us more energy, lengthens our life. We have more happiness, more balance, feel great. We have balanced food, nutrition, sleep, hydration, rest, and movement. All these things are in balance. Like we are in harmony. We feel incredible. We show up alert and excited to face the day. Okay, so the saying goes, put your oxygen mask on first. Nurture yourself first. Then you can take care of others. And it's not selfish. And it doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes stopping and thinking, are all my needs met first before I say yes to obligations or different things, planning ahead, knowing what you're going to eat and having water with you and just addressing things and planning ahead. So, do you rescue or save people often? Answer that question in the comments below. So, if you are, here's some things to know. You need to take care of yourself first. First and foremost, take care of yourself first. You need to learn how to survive on your own. You know, a lot of people that are rescuers or people that are carers that are just not putting themselves first and putting their needs last, oftentimes don't know how to survive on their own, right? They're dependent on this needy cycle of people needing them and taking care of others. So they really struggle with being able to take care of their own needs. In fact, they don't even know how. Oftentimes you'll see them running around wearing, scrubs maybe, or wearing clothes that are just pretty drab. They're not taking care of their hygiene as well as they should. They're usually overweight, really strung out, maybe losing hair. Maybe haven't even been to a hairdresser or gotten their hair cut in ages, or taking care of things like their toenails, or, they just haven't taken care of themselves because they're putting everyone else's needs first and foremost. But it is really, really important for us to learn how to take care of our own hygiene, our own personal needs, and refill our cup, give ourselves some self-care, learn to discover the amazing things that are available to us in this world. Here's one of the things that I think about when talking about, mom type situations. It is important, again, kind of like teaching our kids and not need us so much. I remember when my kids were growing up, they'd come to me and want me to help them with their homework. Well, nobody helped me with my homework. You do your own homework. I'm not doing your homework. I'm not getting the grades. You do your own homework. So if you are the type of parent or mother that is doing your kids' homework, doing their science projects, again, that kind of goes back to that whole concept of they need to know how to do their own homework, get their own grades, earn their grades, do their own science projects, right? You don't want that child to be needy or needing something to, needing help and getting their hand held. You got to teach them how to do their own laundry, do their own dishes, and how to cook. I can tell you that I've talked to a couple people in the last couple of weeks that don't know how to cook. Why? Because they were never taught. Probably because they had a carer or a nurturer as family members. So let your kids do their own homework. Let them make mistakes. Let them fail. Let them pick the pieces, brush them off, and push them out the door. So we learn by making mistakes, reflecting and learning and letting through mistakes, right? Through error. That's all what this is about. It's fine. Brush them off. It's okay. Mistakes are great. We learn from them. But being a rescuer, saving people all the time, makes them dependent on you as well. And if that's something that you like, you might want to revisit that as well. So are you in a relationship where you pour into someone so much, now they expect it? And that could be your kids, that could be your spouse, that could be a friend, that could be a relative, that could be anybody, really. But are you pouring into someone so much that they expect that? You've created this environment, this circle of need. So have you lost what it is that you want in life? Do you even know what you want in life? Oftentimes people that are carers and nurturers and the people that pour into everyone really just don't even know what they want. Like I'll ask them, I get on calls all the time with people and I'll ask them what they want and they don't even know. And I can almost automatically know that is that person's personality. They're pouring into everybody. They're taking care of everybody else's needs and putting out all the fires, and they don't even know what they want in life. So stop being taking care of everybody else and find out what it is that you want in this world and in this life. Don't regret this. Okay. So neediness is not real love. So if you're creating this environment where someone is needing you and you're pouring into people, what it is it's not love. It's creating this neediness and you're giving that power away. You want to have balance. You want to be able to enjoy your day, come together as a couple in a relationship and share the experiences and knowledge that you learn from the day and laugh it off. Good, bad, and ugly. But neediness is not real love. The most painful place to be is lost in the process of loving someone so much that you don't have your own dreams and goals. So don't be that type of person where you're just so consumed by taking care of everybody else's needs, that you don't have your own dreams, your own goals, your own aspirations. And again, letting your health go and falling apart at the seams and shortening your life, truthfully. You want to have a healthy body, healthy immune system, healthy life, healthy body, healthy creative goals and aspirations and desires and passions, and have hobbies and, experiment with that and play with that. So if we take care of ourselves, we are more confident, less needy of all the attention and affection, and more capable of truly connecting with another human being at a deeper, more valuable level. Like I said, we come together, like my spouse and I, we live and do totally different things throughout the day, the week, the month, whatever, but we come together and we laugh, we share experiences. What happened today? What did you get done? What was funny? What blew your mind? What happened today? What did you see? What were your experiences? And we just enjoy it. So every evening, if you know me well at all, I turn off my phone, turn off the computer, I don't log into social media, and I just truly, deeply connect with those that I love in my household and my family. So creating a beautiful, fun, incredible life is one that is not dependent on one another of a neediness type level. When we all tell the world with our actions and our words and the things that we do that we are a rescuer, that we will sacrifice our own selves to help others, we're going to attract the people that want or need rescuing, right? So those people that are needy, they need rescuing. It's like a shark in an ocean of water seeking out, they smell the blood, like they're going to come to you. And that's not healthy. And they're going to take advantage of you, truthfully. Okay. So a lot of people that I coach in the past and present end up being this type of personality, that they are in this place where, like, I just don't have time to work out. I don't have time to take care of my own needs or feed myself or eat properly or all these different things, because they're stuck in the circle of taking care of everybody else. What happens when you're gone? What's going to happen to these people? They will be fine. They will survive. You've got to teach them the skills on how to take care of their own selves, wash their own laundry, wash their own dishes, take care of their own clothes and everything, their own needs. You cannot babysit them. You've got to take care of your own self. You're going to show up as a better mother, wife, friend, cousin, aunt, uncle, whatever. You're going to show up a much better person when your needs are taken care of. Your battery is recharged and you feel amazing and feel incredible. So being a carer or a rescuer will create a huge imbalance in your life. And that's a lot of what I find when I work with someone new that is in this category, is they're just way out of whack. Like they have, again, not feeding themselves right, not exercising, not hydrating, not taking care of their own needs. Like it's just they're taking care of everybody else. And sometimes it's animals. It's not necessarily humans, but they're just pouring into everything else and forgetting about their own needs. So something I want to throw out there, and this might be interesting and might be an aha moment for you, but there are 4 roles that we play and as a child. Growing up in our childhood, there are 4 roles that are played in the family dynamic. So think about this in a way, be open and curious, as I mentioned each one of these, but these 4 roles are usually divided out between your family members. So usually your mother will have a role, your father will have a role, your siblings each will have a role, and so will you. So think about these roles and figure out who has what role. And oftentimes these roles are played out in your childhood. They're given out at birth and they take on this role, and oftentimes they carry it throughout their lifetime, unless they do some inner work in between the ears. Okay? So usually there is one family member that is a sick one. Oftentimes they're really sick all the time. They have allergies. They have mysterious, crazy illnesses that, have long words and been to many doctors, or have to have creams or lotions or potions or special foods or special medications, and they're always getting all these tests done on them. But obviously, there's usually one sick one in the family. There's usually one amazing and perfect child or person, could be the mom or the dad, that excels at everything. Everything they touch, they do it perfectly. They're amazing. Maybe it's straight A's. Maybe they're an athlete. Maybe they're just excelling in all things, all areas, and unstoppable, right? Then there's usually the carer or the rescuer that I've kind of mentioned in this whole segment. The carer is the one that takes care of everybody's needs, puts the bandages on everybody. They're the ones that stay up late and spoon feed somebody or something, or the animals. There's just that one person in the household that nurtures, right? They're really nurturing. They stop everything. They drop everything. And again, not taking care of their own needs, and takes care of everyone. And then there is the difficult one. The difficult one is that rebellious one, the one that's always in trouble. And so here's the point I'm trying to make. On each of these 4 roles, these roles are divvied out between family members and played out because these are how they get attention. That's how they get attention in the family dynamic. And they usually carry these, again, throughout their lifetime. Play these roles because that's all they know. That's how they survived in the family dynamic, and they will usually carry that through the lifetime unless they do some internal work. So what role did you play in your family dynamic, and have you continued on playing that role? So attention, this is all how you got attention. This is how you survive. This is part of a survival mechanism that we're given when we're born to keep us as needed or wanted or part of that family dynamic. So the parents or the kids could have one of the roles. So you get attention by one of those, right? So moving on. If you are the carer or the rescuer, you will oftentimes attract people in your life that, again, are the sick ones, or typically the addicts, the alcoholics, or the people that really need a lot of help and support. That's because you are putting it out there, just like the blood in the ocean, like the shark. You're putting it out there. I'm a carer. I'm going to take care of all your needs. I'm going to nurse you to health. So you are oftentimes going to continually attract that type of person unless you do some work internally and get your life back into balance. Right? Learning how to put your needs first. Again, it's not selfish. It's simply just reorganizing how you view things. It's just a mindset. It doesn't take extra time. It's just a new concept, a new mindset. Yeah, you might have to say no to some stuff that you normally would say yes to, but remember that gut check. If you have that gut check of, I don't really want to do this, then nicely say no. I'm sorry, I'm busy. Please, pass that on to someone else. So again, what role do you play? Are you a carer? Are you a nurturer? Are you way out of balance? Do you need help getting back into balance? I'd love to help you, and I can do that. So here's an exercise for you people that are in this category that put other people's needs first. This is something that might bring a little bit of an aha as well, but here's where an example or an exercise on how to show you or explain what balance is. Okay, so balance would be like breathing. Breathing would be like breathing out is giving to others, and breathing in is receiving or taking care of yourself first. So if you're constantly breathing out, at some point, you're going to run out of air. It's going to hurt. It's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to shorten your life. So stop, right? So breathe in. Take care of yourself. Breathe out. Take care of others. Breathe in. Take care of yourself. Breathe out. Take care of others. This is really, really, really important. So oftentimes when you're asked to do something or obligated with something, you just need to, if you have a hard time saying no, add some time and space to give the answer. Meaning they're like, oh, can you pick up my lunch tomorrow and deliver it for me? Whatever. I don't know. Just a wild example. Say, let me get back to you. I got to check my schedule. So it gives you time to learn how to nicely say, no, looks like I'm busy. I'm not able to do that. So again, learning how to say no, give yourself some time to say no, but learning how to say it nicely. But we need more balance in our life. Like, I was really bad about this, pouring into others. My life was extremely out of balance for 22 years. But I learned how to, and my life actually was out of balance because I put my career first. My career was number one. Then it was my family. Then it was me, maybe, like if I could ever get to me. But now I find I have a heck of a lot of balance, and I love my life. I have so much balance because guess what? I create a schedule. And I never thought I'd be one of those people that would do that, but I created a schedule where I block out time for all the things that I need in my day, my week, my month. And it's beautiful. Like, certain days of the week, I do certain things. Certain times of the day, I do certain things. Like, actually, after I record this, I'm going to go do my workout, which makes me feel amazing and incredible, and I love it. And it re-energizes me for my evening to spend with my family. So finding a way to create that balance in your life, learning how to breathe out and breathe in is key. But I'd love to help you if this is something that interests you. I will have a Udemy course coming out really soon, but I also do one-on-one coaching. So if we haven't met and this is something you want to talk about, please reach out to me. All right, guys, that is it for this week's live. I will see you again next week. Bye.